This is DLK Productions presenting my brand new finished mock of the Jedi Ruin Temple. What is up, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I am. And I just wanted to show you guys my newest mock that I have just finished. As you guys can see, it has been the project I've been working on for a few weeks now, especially with my video of building up to this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. And let's get on with the video. So we'll start out at the very front of the mock. This is the entranceway into the Jedi Temple. And as you guys can see, we have pillars on either side of the mock. And we have two Jedi on either side. And as you guys can see, this side is ruined. It has some marks and is destroyed a little, while on this side it is actually held up over the time it's been vacant. And as you guys know, or as you guys can see, we have two Jedi, and then we have scout troopers, and we have a squadron. We have their leader right there behind them, and then we have his sergeant, and then we have troopers all behind them, and then we even have some above. So as you guys can see, we have them all entering into this Jedi Temple. And we have this beast right outside, which died right in front of this temple. This may have been its home. It may have not. It may have even caused these in a scuffle, or it may have just passed away of old age. And as you guys can see, I have a lot of different... As we move down from here, we move down into this texturing layers of building, and this was trying to have a effect of it continually going off. And as you guys can see, I tried to continue that all the way around on either side. I can show that in a second. And we show that there's green pieces, the green plant pieces that try and camouflage these clone troopers in the environment, so they're a little bit harder to see if there are droids on this planet. And yeah, and then as we move back over here, you guys can see we have a droid, and this is kind of a recording droid. It's making records of this being, or this animal carcass, and we even have a few inside, which I can show in a second. And then that is just trying to record and trying to get as much knowledge, since this is a forgotten Jedi Ruin Temple. And then as we move over to the left, as you guys can see, we have a tree, and this tree is integrated into the rock work of this. As you guys can see, we have a few roots, we have a few vines, and on the other side you guys can see there's a little bit more. And this rock work took a little bit. I did destroy it from the last video, and I redid this part right down here. So as you guys can see, we have a kyber crystal. A kyber crystal is what you make to have a Jedi lightsaber. And yeah, I just tried to put that in. I thought that would be kind of cool to put that in. And as you guys can still see, we tried to integrate from a flat piece into a more rocky foundation, especially along the rocky side of this entranceway. And then we integrated it over. And then we move to the final part of this side, and as you guys can see, this is completely different from the last video. If you guys watched the last video, which I really do say, I really think it was pretty good. So we destroyed the whole thing, because I didn't like the way it looked, so I redid the whole thing. So it is all now completely done, reworked, and now it has a little entranceway into the temple, the Sith Temple, from if you guys were able to watch the videos before. And this thing just comes off really easily, and I have some building behind it to keep it sturdy. And as you guys can see right here, we have the Sith part of this temple. So Sith infiltrated this temple and built their own little part of the temple, monastery, or yeah, so we definitely had that. And then I tried to make it as big, and definitely you can tell that it is a Sith. part, and this is the only entrance is through this cave right here. And yeah, so that was a big part of building this MOC on this side. Yes, I have little linings of the kind of ruin of the flooring, kind of broken up because no one's visited this Sith part of the temple, or Sith infiltrated part of the temple. And yeah, so that's kind of broken up along that. This is kind of a forgotten Jedi and Sith temple. Yeah, and then as we move back over to the front, we can start going over here. And as you guys can see, I know that's a little bit harder for the light to get in, but you guys can see I have some stairs actually going up, which rotate all the way. So as you guys can see, they rotate all the way down right there. And then they walk on up here, and then you have some, right here we have some clone troopers walking down, and this is a holocron, or not, a mini kit, so you guys can, I tried to hide them in each of my MOCs, and especially this one, I found this would be kind of cool. You have to use a Force user to open that, if I were to do this in a video game. And then I also had this right here, this part, and you just press it in, and it actually opens up, and you, right here, what you see is actually it brings in light to show on the statue right there, which I thought would be pretty cool to put into the MOC. And then as we move over from here, we see that it kind of slides off, and there are actually, it kind of flows off into another part of the MOC, which I did not build. And then as we move in, you guys see that we have texturing on every side, and we go in, and then you see the flooring, that the dirt has kind of gotten into the entrance, and then we have some wind residue. And then as the farther we go back, the less wind residue, because it kind of is slowed down, that this actually is kind of untouched versus the front of it is touched by wind and weather and everything like that. And as you guys can see right here, we have 2 more droids, or recording droids, making record of this. And and they are just recording everything. This droid's looking at the statue, while this droid is looking at these ruined texts below in these dark tan columns. And then as you guys can see, on this side, we have 2 pillars, and same thing with this side right here. We have 2 pillars, and they actually do glow in the dark. If I turn off the lights, I can show in a little clip near the end of the video. I can show them glowing in the dark. Both sides actually do, which I found pretty cool to put them in. And the big part of this MOC of them walking in, we have this statue. This is an enormous statue. I tried to make it resemble a few from a comic book that I read, and I thought it was a fantastic statue to look at. So I tried to integrate it into this MOC, and as you guys can see, I think I did a pretty good job, especially since I got the lightsaber and I got the human face, and you have the hood and everything. And then, as you guys know from previous MOCs, but for those of you that don't know, we have a floor right here. You guys kind of notice that? You can actually push that back, and this Jedi actually moves with the floor, is that you push it back, and he will face this entranceway. He will face the entranceway, and these stairs lead you down, but you need 2 Force users to be able to use it. A Jedi and a Padawan, or 2 Jedi Masters. It really doesn't matter as long as there's 2 moving the Jedi statue. And so for this, the statue is telling you that you need to go down this path while it's opening another path. So it's kind of going against itself, contradicting itself. But I thought that would be kind of cool to integrate it into this MOC. Yeah, so I kind of put that in, and as you guys see, we have stairs, and stairs go all the way down into a black abyss, since there is no lighting down there. And yeah, and then all you got to do is turn the statue again, and voila, it goes back. And then all you got to do is push that back, and there you go. You have it completely done. And it shows, and then we integrate into the behind the statue, which we actually have a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master who have actually passed away, as seen in Rebels, when we see Caden Doom and Caden Jarrus and his Padawan Ezra Bridger, when he was waiting for his Padawan, and yeah, and so that was, I thought, would be a pretty cool thing to put into this MOC. And then we have a pretty nicely detailed entrance. We have some markings on either side, and then we have some gold decor. And then over there we have some a dead or skeleton, and then some bones of a skeleton, and a little bit more bones. And I put it in here because I thought this monster would be really cool to have had this as its home and have eaten that and put it in there, and then it just passed away of not finding anyone for a while. And so, yeah, and another cool part I thought about this statue is that there's actually another secret hidden part to this. So you take off one piece, and you just put it off to the side, and then you put off another piece right here. And that's two pieces so far, and then you take off one more, the sliding piece right here. As you guys can see, you kind of pull this lever right here, and it opens up. So you take out three pieces, and then you guys can see right here that there is a little hinge, and then you pull on this little lever, and it opens up, and you guys see a Jedi holocron right there. And I thought that would be pretty cool, is that's kind of why these Jedi are actually here, is to find this Jedi holocron in this temple. And yeah, and then I will have a swap to the other side of the MOC. And we've transitioned to the other side, as you guys can see, you guys. So we transitioned from that side has the Sith part of the temple, and this is the back part. And right here we have a little entranceway and stepping stones, or stepping way, or hall. And this is a part of the temple where it kind of it funnels all the air, the access air, and it funnels down here. That's why there's ruins right here and not anywhere else on the outside. And then it flows, and then you have some torn up flooring, and then it continues on, and it shows, and this kind of shows that it's going to be continually going. And then we go to this side of the MOC. We have right here, we have a big rockwork foundation against this wall. And then we have some flooring that I tried to transition over from the other side. And this side is has a tree on it. As you guys know from the previous videos, I was thinking of putting a third tree, but then in front, but then I thought it would be better looking back here. So, and then we have some green plant life back here. This is kind of more of a flowery versus the dark and gloomy side of the front of the plants. They're not very different variety. It's kind of a more field opening into a mountain side. And then as we move over, you guys can see this is the same side as that side, look-wise. And as we slide over, we have some rock working detailing of the MOC right here. And this is the part where it builds up, and you can actually be able to take out this part right here, so you guys can actually see these steps more, or steps better. So these steps are spiraling steps that go all the way down and continuing, and then you guys can see that the plant life is actually continually gone over. And we'll just set this right back where it was. And yeah, so as we continue over here, you guys see that we have another tree, and that is integrated into the floor of the base, or the floor, and it is I feel like it's I tried to integrate it as much as possible, and I feel like that was kind of cool for trying to have as much rock work and then have the tree roots kind of dig into the ground. As you guys can see, I have a little bit of tree roots. And we have rocks going over the top of tree roots. And then this tree is just kind of nicely detailed. I tried to put as much detail as I possibly could in each of these trees. And then we just transition over back to the skeleton of the monster. And we go back to the front of the MOC. And this is actually it for the MOC, you guys. I really did hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will hurry and show that clip of the dark, or the lights actually glowing up right here. I'll have a clip right now. And this is the video of the lights actually coming on. And this is actually on both sides of the MOC. This is kind of showing a, like, Sidious, if you guys watched Star Wars, The Clone Wars. This was kind of when Sidious was dealing with Yoda, and he was trying to mess with him. This is kind of like Sith eyes prying in, and this is on both sides, so two Sith can actually pry in on this temple. And I really do hope you guys enjoy this video. I had a really fun time making this MOC, and I will see you guys in the next one.